All right, race fans, you heard it here first. We are getting ready for Dubai in reverse. We're going to have our qualifying laps, and let's see how these gentlemen can play it out this week. We've still got G.A.M.E from last week, Attic from last week. We've got Cheddar and Shinlone. But this week, we've got a couple newbies. Well, not a couple, just the one. And it looks like it should be an interesting race, especially given that one of these newbies has not played here before. But we're going to find out what that means. We've got Cheddar. We've got Croco as well. This, I believe, is his first race since I have started. He's starting off in a good third here. Shin Wolf starting out number one right here. He's just going for gold. It looks like he's also upped his torque this week because it seems he may have been tired of this. Sorry about the technical difficulties there, everybody. It seems we had a disconnect going on there. Let me see if I can figure out what went wrong. All right, it seems that we had our settings wrong for this first qualifying match, ladies and gentlemen, but here we are back again. And now, this time, let's see how it pans out. We're going to have 2 qualifiers, 3 laps each. Whoever comes in first begins first, but then on the second race, they are going to be starting in last. Croco started first here. Let's see what we've got going on the track. Looks like Cheddar just got overtaken by Shin Wolf. Oh no, indeed, that was the demanded tripod. That's our newcomer this week, and he's still going hard. Oh, but he spins out. Let's head up to Shinlone. He's still up in second. Who's ahead of this man? Oh, it says Cheddar's in first. Oh, this is so confusing for a qualifier when they're in the back, but I guess this is a time trial after all, ladies and gentlemen. Attic right behind Shinlone, only by 120 feet. Oh, but he's closing that gap very quickly. Can he make it back up to him? Now remember, during these qualifying trials, these are ghosts, so they do not have any collision properties to them. They're solely racing the best race that they can. Back down. We are now on the demanded tripod, and it seems like he just doesn't have a whole lot of speed for a race like this. Addict was holding all 3 of those top rosters up until Shinlone got that top speed from him. Let's check where Cheddar is in the 4A. Oh, he's up by Croco, but looks like he might have geared it again. You can tell, just like last week, he might be flooding the gas tank a little bit, working on those last-minute gear changes just to be able to get the most out of his car. Now, granted, these are number 1 and 2 on lap 2 of this race. And what's happening all the way back here? Oh no, we've got demanded tripod making a pit stop on a qualifier round. That does not bode well for him in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Into the wall he goes. Somebody get him some pads because he thinks he's playing football. Krakow and Bring It On Wimp still at each other's throats here. Oh, and it looks like Cheddar's gonna pull ahead here. Oh, he's got those gears changing like butter up until he hits the wall. Can he keep it going? We see some smoke. Cheddar's bringing it back right now. But can he keep it? They are neck and neck for this second place. Or is this third place? I can't even tell anymore. None of these things make sense. Oh, we've got Shin Lone riding on Addict's coattails right here. He can't get a draft because the drafts don't exist in this mode. But can he keep it up? They're pulling corners tighter than a dress on an obese wedding. Shin Lone takes the lead. And Addict is being left behind. Oh my. Oh, but here he comes with the speed in those straightaways, just like he was talking about in his interview. This is amazing. We've got Cheddar still trying to gain. Can he do it, folks? Oh, and he hits the wall going into the turn. Krauko up here over the entire 180 before Cheddar could get there. That is not looking good for his qualifying scores today. And it looks like Shin Lone will run away with that first, but let's see. Oh no, what do we have here? Is Tripod gonna get lapped? We can see Addict in the background there. Let's see how he takes these few turns. See if that Rockstar energy drink kicks back into his system and jet fuels that car into a, well, let's hope something other than lapped position for a qualifying round, because if that's any determination of how this is going to go, I lament to be the driver behind that wheel. It seems he's hitting those curves a little bit too soft and smooth, worried about peeling out like he did in the early corners. Oh, we've only got about 1,000 meters to go. Will Shin Lone lap the poor man before he can get to the finish line, or will he remain intact with even a shred of dignity? And he goes to the, oh no, he gets lapped before the final can be called. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beginning of a world of pain for the demanded tripod. I can only imagine what's going through his head right now. Maybe he was doing his practice laps on the regular track and just doesn't know what's going on, or maybe he doesn't know how to gear a car. But ladies and gentlemen, if there was ever an underdog, you can call him Demanded Tripod. Now remember, okay, so at the beginning of this week, with the racers in the forward, well, in the race this week. Cheddar is starting out with a 147 score. G.A.M.E with a 145. Addict coming back from last week's 9-point loss. He is now only 6 behind G.A.M.E at 139. Krauko, who hasn't been here for a while but still has 2 podiums, has 76 points. Shin Lone Wolf, I don't know how this man, after he was such a tenacious second-place driver last week, is still sitting at 75 points. We don't have a Retro Boy this week, nor a 2 cars, but we do get to add the demanded tripod back into this slate of racers, and we'll see if he can pull anything out from his hat, because he needs much more than a rabbit. He's gonna need a couple of hamsters on that wheel. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, after those, we do also have to take into consideration this track. This track, much unlike the Nuremberg of last week, has a lot more cut corners, a lot steeper hills, and a lot fewer straightaways. So as we had our interview with Addict earlier today, it seems he has geared his car to the most beneficial that he could possibly have it here. Now granted, he did only get second in qualifying to Shin Lone. However, I'm not going to hold my breath against that, given that there was no collision, there was no drafting, and they were just doing their damnedest. This could pan out to be anybody's race. Now granted, I'm still hoping. I will be going down to the local animal shelter to buy a couple of guinea pigs, maybe a hamster, and a couple of wheels so I can put them in the motor of demanded tripods, because he's going to need it. But other than that, this is anybody's race. Oh, and as you can see, somebody's going to be in their metal suit this evening. All right, here we go. We're setting up for the first race. Shin Lone did come in first, followed by Addict, followed by G.A.M.E, who was having one hell of a time last week, but it seems he's got his shit together this week, followed by Cheddar, Krauko, and the demanded tripod. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you can go to your animal rescue and donate 1 guinea pig to all the wheels that this man is going to need in his engine for this race. Here we go, race fans, and we're off! Shin Lone Wolf getting pulled out by G.A.M.E and Addict in the first turn. Looks like G.A.M.E is not going to be giving up as easy as he did last week, still sporting his 165. Oh, and Shin Lone managed to get around him in turn 2. Addict pulling ahead just like last week. This must be a reoccurring nightmare for some of these racers. And here we have, bringing on Cheddar coming up on Krauko. But with that new spoiler, can he actually do some plenty of drafting to just get past? It looks like he's more worried about his own line than trying to get up on his. We will see as the race continues. Shin Lone still dropping behind. Oh, we have some action going for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Or, sorry. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Demanded Tripod is actually not giving up on catching Cheddar while Cheddar is working on catching Croco. Oh! Cheddar hits a wall. Can he bring it back? Demanded Tripod brings it back up next to his side, challenging his spot. It looks like Tripod had it for a minute there, but Cheddar brings it in under the wire. Oh, they're toe-to-toe. Who will come out victorious? Oh, we've got a little shoulders touching going on over here, folks. They are still fighting with Demanded Tripod, going for that stay. He's cutting through corners a bit more like a warm knife as opposed to somebody just trying to take it out with a thumbnail. And up here for 1st and 2nd, Shin Lone is not leaving Addict alone. He keeps coming up on him, diving left, diving right. Let's see it from his perspective, folks. Oh, but he goes straight into a wall. Can he bring it back? Addict losing no momentum, going around that corner again with that torque. Oh, and Shin Lone continuing to be reckless. It's almost like he's mad in the cockpit. Remember, folks, never be mad while racing. You might never get it back. Ooh, another wall for Shin Lone. Does not look good. Even in the back seat over here, we've got Cheddar still chasing Croco. Oh, but wait. Right behind G.A.M.E, we've got the Demanded Tripod. Bringing up 5th place. As I said, this could be anybody's race, and I thank you for all those donations to that man's hamster wheel because he is going to need it. Oh, he's working on the draft. Is he going to break it out in this turn or the next? We will find out. Oh, it looks like Demanded Tripod was just going for a gambit the entire time. Make it seem weak and continue to switch your car and race like a champ. He's cutting corners. Well, like last week, G.A.M.E was cutting my lawn. It's an amazing feat. Here we've got Croco now behind Cheddar. Cheddar managed to pass him in the confetti lane. Let's see if Croco has what it takes to get that back. Gear changing like a pro with, only a little kiss to those. But a second one right in a row. You can only kiss concrete so many times before she starts to pave you, my friends. Oh, and he gets an inside lane on Cheddar. Oh, a little bit of shoulder roll. Oh, and they both go into the wall. What could this mean? Oh, if we got a stalemate. Oh, Croco zooms it out. What is Cheddar gonna do about it? Oh, no, it looks like he took some mega damage. Oh, his whole front bumper is gone. His doors are gone. He's gonna need to take a pit stop before he can regain this race. It's anybody's race. This is, oh my God, everybody. I know that last week was rather boring, but this week, oh my God. We've got Shin Lone driving his freaking heart out over here. No damage to his car other than his back wheels. He's been driving these corners into their own corners, and I can tell you he puts baby in the corner. Demanded Tripod still coming out of these corners like he doesn't have a care in the world. Not kissing concrete, not burning rubber, just straight racing. And just like last week, we've got Addict in the front just towing a line. And as we asked in that interview in the beginning, he's just burning the shit out of his front tires, and he doesn't even care because he has a graceful waist ahead of him. All he has to do is make sure he doesn't over-presume and over-push, and he is golden. Alright, let's see the speed of some of our racers. It says Demented Tripod is in first. I'm unsure if we're in the correct game mode for this evening, but I guess we'll find out soon, since even though Demented Tripod was our last qualifier, he is somehow our first racer in second place. Oh, and he's coming up very quickly on Shin Lone. I don't know why it says Addict is third place, but I imagine we'll find out soon. Back with Demented Tripod doing his damnness. I don't know what assists he's got on board or if they even allow assists, but this man is driving unlike anybody could have seen from his qualifying laps. He is continuing to make headway on Addict, and Addict was at the head of this race for the first 5 full laps. Oh my goodness. Oh, the drafting is real. Oh, they go into confetti lane. What is he gonna do? Demented Tripod cutting in under Addict. Oh my God, it looks like he's gonna be pulling out the first. Can he keep it? Can he keep it? He's got the speed for it. He is changing gears like a goddamn professional. Oh, Addict comes in even faster. It is anybody's cut and jib. We will see what happens. Oh, Addict cuts him right off. And we can see he's got a 6.4 in speed and 8.6 in handling. I think that's doing a lot for him this race. His acceleration is an 8.1 with a 6.6 on braking. That has got to be helping him out. Now let's see what Addict has in comparison. He's got the same gosh darn thing. Now it's all just down to driving. Demented Tripod gets ahead of Addict again. Unbelievable. Can Addict catch him? It does not look like it, folks. Oh, we've got Croco battling Cheddar again for that sixth place situation. Croco hitting that handbrake for just a little bit there. Managing not to be clipping those concrete barriers anymore. Oh, and he brings it in under Cheddar. He's going out the long side. Can he keep it ahead? We shall find out. They are neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but Croco is walking away from Cheddar. Let's see if this is all in the plan for Cheddar. Oh, he goes too far. He hits the wall again. Into the sand and back on. Let's look at that car. He must have hit the pit stop because he's got most everything back, but those front tires are still killing him. G.A.M.E still just sitting at a sturdy fourth. Just trying to bring it back, catching up to Addict if he can. And Demanded Tripod, the most unlikely person to get this race under his belt, is just slaughtering the track. Apparently he pulled the classic Pool Hall Hustler, but in this case, it's the Raceway Confetti Lane Hustler. We'll see if that sticks. Maybe I'll remember it later on in this race, but he started out qualifying last place, and he has been running it for the last 3 laps. Behind him, we've got Shin Lone, also on the confetti grips, and supposedly Addict in 3rd place. I'm still unsure what kind of race mode we're doing, but we've got a race mode. Addict is using that torque, as he mentioned earlier, just to get through these corners as quickly and as carefully as possible, but also at some of the highest speeds we've seen this race. We see G.A.M.E in this same, what car is this man driving? That Mercedes-Benz 2017 33 Mac Tools Cicelli Motorsports A-Class, or the A45. I don't know if he's just in love with the car or in love with the idea of losing, but he cannot let go. Cheddar again with a busted 2 front doors and a busted bumper. He's losing it 100% here. His engine is at 0. His clutch is at 0. No wonder he's beating himself about. He obviously needs to hit that pit stop, and he knows he needs to hit it now. We are only in 9 of 20 laps of the first race. Ooh, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Demanded Tripod is lapping. Bring it, just lapping Cheddar already. Oh my God, we're only halfway through this race, and things have taken such a different turn from the qualifying laps. I don't know who to pay attention to anymore. We've got Cheddar back in the race. Working his way back up the pack, but will it be enough? Especially when drivers like Addict have no reason to hit any sort of pit stop. We're just sitting here watching what was a potentially likely 2nd or 3rd placer drop back into obscurity during the first half of a race. Now let's see how the high torque fits him through these turns. It didn't seem like he dropped behind 75 through that entire turn, and oh, he downshifts almost deathlessly. Shin Lone with Cheddar right behind him up until the turn. Can Cheddar bring this back to start getting some momentum back into his regular race? We see Shin Lone redlining a little bit up until he's been downshifting. Now maybe he's either being inattentive because he's worried about Cheddar, or that's just how hard he likes to run his cars. Some racers do. Oh, and Shin Lone right behind. We can see in these straightaways that Shin Lone is starting to get a little bit every time on Addict, but every time Addict enters one of these turns, Shin seems to be going a little bit too far out on his curves, and he's not making the way that he needs to. He needs to be following a closer line, clipping closer to those concretes. Oh, just like he did there, because he's making headway. Oh, but can he keep it up? Confetti Lane will tell us a tale. Oh, he's moving in on the inside of Addict. Oh, but Addict decides, no way, Jose. Moves in and then to the out. He drops it in and drops it out, and Shin Lone has continued to be left behind. Addict just predatorily keeping him right where he wants him. I'd like to think Addict is checking his rear view on every turn just to make sure that Shin Lone knows his place. Oh, we almost had some contact there, folks. But Shin Lone had, and Addict goes into a pit stop, and Shin Lone bursts ahead into second place. Oh, we had two hit a pit stop just now. We had Shin Lone, no, who was that? Oh, we had Croco and Shin Lone hit a pit stop. Apparently they decided whatever damage they had taken on was not worth the entire race. They come back out at zeros. Maybe that'll give them something in this race to look forward to. This has been pushing cars much harder than Nuremberg last week, if you do remember. Addict didn't have to hit a pit stop once. All he did was drive his mind out. And we've got G.A.M.E coming up on Addict. Let's see if that A45 can get up next to Addict. Ooh, especially if he's gliding corners so well. Confetti Lane, what can he do in these corners, folks? Let's see it. Oh my God, that is the closest we've seen anybody to this wall this race. And he didn't even flinch. Oh, he came in a little hot there, had to hit those brakes. That might not be doing so hot for him, especially with Addict catching up now on Croco. And this is 3 to 5th. Uh-oh, folks, it looks like we're seeing a lapping in progress, and Addict just drives away. He is leaving Croco in the dust, and G.A.M.E has no chance unless Addict manages to mess this up wholesale. It looks like he's going to be holding this place for quite some time. Now we've still got Demanded Tripod showing in first. I mean, his fuel's almost gone. I think he's going to be taking a pit stop somewhere rather sooner than later, especially... Oh, my apologies. I mixed up what those percentages mean. But he's cutting corners like an 8th grader on an essay. We've got Krakow coming and trying to bring it back up on G.A.M.E, but it just doesn't seem like he's going to make it. He's been riding the corners well. He's been riding his line all right. Seems he's fading out in the corners just a little bit, but when it's all said and done, it looks like G.A.M.E is just out driving him in that 165.845. Exquisite compared to last week. Now, if you remember, folks, last week G.A.M.E was just having one heck of a time with an open track, but these concrete barriers seem to be letting him know, stay in your lane. Here we have Cheddar trying to catch Addict. Oh, but he seems to be taking those a little bit further. I don't know if he geared correctly or if he's just not shifting properly. Let's take a look at those shifts. Now he's coming up to Confetti Lane here. I don't know if he's dropping gears quick enough. Oh, he's obviously not. He's just holding on by a thread. But even worse, here comes G.A.M.E. He wants nothing to do with this shenanery. Riding his brakes into a corner. I'm not sure how well that speaks to his driving, but his shifting has gotten one hell of a lot better than last week. Ooh, he's hit a wall. Oh, and he almost runs into Cheddar. He keeps it going though, keep it right on. Oh, Cheddar goes into a pit stop and G.A.M.E gets to run away with fourth. His front wheels are hurting a bit, but he's only got 5 laps to go. Let's see if he manages to keep it that way. Shin Lone comes flying into Confetti Alley. Nothing less than 50, and here he goes shooting out. I believe he is on the hunt for Demanded Tripod. He hardly flutters those brakes, going only for the inertia to slow him down. He's headed down these curves on a mission. He knows he has less than 5 laps left. Let's see what he can do, folks. He's keeping it above the red line, which, I don't know about you, but that seems dangerous to me. Doesn't look like he can catch him in these straightaways, so he's hoping for these corners to give him an edge. But I don't think he has what it takes. Maybe he geared wrong. Maybe it's just that the Demanded Tripod geared just right, because he is conquering Dubai like it was Egypt. you can't even see Shin Lone in the rear camera of Demanded Tripod anymore. He is just walking away. And at this rate, sprinting. Oh, we can barely see him just over the crest. Oh, and there he goes, gone again. It would seem that Demanded was definitely pulling a demanding tripod out of his briefcase just to show each other what it's like to see it from his point of view. I admit, I doubted him in the beginning. And after those qualifies, who wouldn't? But whew, he is bringing it back with a vengeance. We only have 3 laps to go, and even on one of the biggest straightaways on the map, you cannot see anything. Demanded Tripod. Let's check in on G.A.M.E over here while he tries to fight to catch up to Addict. Seems he's still struggling a little bit in these corners, but at least Addict is almost in range to see. He may be a dot on the horizon, but at least he's still a dot rather than a ghost of a future desired. Seems he's unsure of himself in these corners. He's going no less than 75, but it seems like he's still unsure of how quite to gear his box to get it cut out for these sorts of races. Almost kissing cousins with those guardrails. Demanded Tripod must have had time to hit another pit stop, because here he is, his wheels. Granted, they're taking a killing, but he only has a lap and a half left, and he is continuing to dominate. He manages to swoop out just like you're supposed to in some of those turns and cut the other ones like he knows his track. I imagine talking to him during the post-race ceremony, he's going to tell me exactly how he knew exactly what he needed to do, because this is flawless. That's gotta be that. If that's not domination, I don't know what is. Second place is over 1,000 feet behind the leader, and here he comes in to kick us off with the second to last lap of the race. Fluttering the clutch. Oh, who was that? We've got Cheddar going backwards in the safety lane. His car just can't handle anymore. It seems like he's just been getting the short end of the proverbial stick as he continues to get decimated in this first round of Dubai. Oh, you gotta feel bad for the man. This is the fourth or fifth pit stop that he's had to take just to keep his car running. Oh, that's gotta be a hit to your morale. And here we've got Attic still in third place, still almost 6,000 feet behind our leader, almost half a lap. He's still cutting corners like butter and still speeding through straightaways like Speed Racer, but he just can't keep up. Here he comes into Confetti Raceway. Let's see how much he's doing through here. Ooh, he's kicking it all the way down to 50 mph. And he goes out of there like a bat out of hell. But again, we're on the last lap. And even Shin Lone hasn't begun his 20th. Ooh, a little bit of a kiss to the railway there. And he seems to keep liking to keep it in the red zone just a little bit. He's really trying to catch up, but I don't know if he can. He just started lap 20, and he is still behind by over 5,000 feet. Oh, sorry, only by 4,000 feet. Oh boy. We've got Krauko in 5th place. Is he gonna make it to the finish line before the demanded tripod meets up with him? Oh yes, no, luckily he's got a straightaway here, but demanded tripod has taken this race to whole new levels. We don't even need a photo finish because that is the race. We still don't even have a second finisher for this race, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Krauko's getting a little bit impatient on finishing this lap. We've still got bringing on Wimp, Cheddar, and Krauko with the lap out. I believe it is safe to say that the demanding tripod swept house. It seems Cheddar's got more control over his car this lap, but that makes me wonder, how's he gonna do in the next race? He's still got, oh, they were 2 laps down. Oh no! Croco got beat. Oh, he got lapped by the leader. It looks like he's willing to just give up at this point. Demanded tripod, just killing it. And that is finally the race, ladies and gentlemen. What sort of insanity? We've got a second round of Dubai Circuit Reverse coming up. All right there, sports fans. We're going to be gearing up here for our second go. Now remember, we take our last and put them first. We flip the script. So this should be interesting. We've got Cheddar in front, Croco in second, Addict in third. Oh, wait. I may have that lineup wrong. We shall see how they manage to bring it back on the demanded tripod after such an overwhelming victory. And here we go. ready here, folks. Here we go. We've got Bring It On. We've got Cheddar leading us off, but Croco's already back in the first. Addict and Shinlone both passing him up already. Croco almost breaks hard. Addict taking it into first. Oh, we've got Shin bumping into Cheddar. What could come of this? We've got Tripod in the back, but he's coming up on Croco fast. G.A.M.E just between E and Addict. Oh! Croco and Demanded have some problems over there, but Demanded just keeps going like it was a Kleenex on the side of his car. G.A.M.E hitting those concrete barriers or just kissing them like his cousin. Oh, we've got multiple. Oh! There he goes! G.A.M.E is now officially thrown back in the race. Cheddar hitting it too hard. We've got Demanded Tripod, unsure of what he's supposed to do, bringing it back up on this race. Shinlone and Addict are fighting for it in first. We will see what this plays out as. We've seen Shinlone best Addict in corners before, but after last week, I don't know what we're gonna see here. Oh, Shinlone almost goes into the wall, just taps it. But it looks like Addict's got that absolute acceleration to bring it out up until Shinlone does it downshift, and he keeps on bringing the force. G.A.M.E going in for an early pit stop, while Demanded Tripod is bringing up 5th place. Oh, Croco and Cheddar are getting into it. Love taps here, left and right. Croco almost goes a little bit too far. Cheddar's not holding the same line as he is. Oh, and he's going for it. Oh, but Croco's staying ahead of that line. Can he keep it? Cheddar wants it bad. Oh, he's starting to come around the outside. Croco's not giving him any leeway whatsoever. Oh, and they even overtake Demanded Tripod. Croco's left in the dust, but Cheddar takes it up into 3rd place. Shinlone still battling right next to Addict. It seems neither one of them are sure who's going to be grabbing this 1st place, but they're damn sure in these first 5 laps they're going to make sure that their reign is known. Ooh, Addict keeps giving a little bit, and here they go. Oh, neck and neck into the 1st corner. Shinlone seems like he has it on lock. He goes into this. Oh, Addict gives him a little tap. They keep going, and Shinlone seems to have it. Addict now behind, but cutting in on the inside. Oh, more taps. Addict does not seem pleased with the outcome of those first 3 corners, and he is determined to overtake him. Ooh, he even goes a little bit too much, and he hit those guardrails. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. But he is not letting up. Let's see how quick he is bringing it through these corners. Seems we're having a glitch and I can't see the MPH, but it does not seem low. This is where the action is, folks. Let's see what happens. We've got Shinlone in 1st, Addict in 2nd, Demanded Tripod already back up to 3rd after starting in 6th, Cheddar in 4th, Croco in 5th. And G.A.M.E back in 6th. Oh, and Attic pulls out into the lead. Shin-Lone is not going to let that go very easily. He is still coming with the vengeance of Athena. Ooh, they hit that straightaway right before turn 3. But Attic still has it, and Shin-Lone chomping at the bit. Oh, here he comes up on Attic, going on the outside of the turn. Oh, Attic cuts in. Here they come into Confetti Highway. Attic and Shin-Lone, they have had a great time in here thus far, always tending to put some distance between them and whoever's following, but not this time. Shin-Lone continues to chase right on Attic's behind, and Attic going recklessly through corners, not giving a care, giving a little cuts and jibs here and there. Oh, let's check the damage on these cars, folks. Shin-Lone doesn't seem to be having too much of a problem, only his right front wheel. Ooh, both of his front wheels yet again getting a little worse for wear every time. But he's managing to keep ahead of Shin-Lone. Shin-Lone is giving no quarter and no stake. He is staying right there on the in, hoping just to eke up that little bit on every turn that he can. Oh, and it looks like we lost a racer. Demanded tripod after his triumphant victory last time is not going to be joining us. Oh! Oh! And we have a pit maneuver. Attic puts Shin-Lone into the wall. Unbelievable! Shin-Lone is looking worse for wear. Can his car even continue to make it? Everything is damaged. Oh my goodness, folks. Attic turned Shin-Lone into a does not finish with that maneuver. I can only imagine how furious he is right now. We're going to talk to him after the race and hear what he has to say about what just happened on that turn 4. We've got G.A.M.E still in 4th, but he's bringing it back on Croco pretty hard. He manages to be clipping these corners like he meant to. Got G.A.M.E moving up on Croco. Oh, like I said, he was coming back from that back, and he's shown that he's got what it takes to get ahead. We're going to see if he can manage it through these next couple turns. Oh, and there he goes. Can he keep it? Can he keep it, ladies and gentlemen? He keeps outdoing Croco in every turn. Now he seems to be just strolling merrily away, leaving Crocco sitting in 4th place. They come into Confetti Row. Is this going to continue? It looks like G.A.M.E has solidified his 3rd place victory. Now the question is, can he catch up to Cheddar? We still have 13 laps in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Although Crocco does not seem to be letting up. It seems his car may be terribly damaged. Ooh, he is, oh, this is Cheddar in 4th place, now behind Crocco and behind G.A.M.E. G.A.M.E has moved up to 2nd. That was the quickest shift I've seen in placement since last week. It looks like Cheddar's gonna need to do a pit stop, and there he goes. It seems Crocco is still not pleased with G.A.M.E getting ahead of him. Let's see how he's managing these gears. He doesn't redline at all. He manages to make sure that every single one of his gear shifts is as methodical as possible. Now you've got to respect that in a good racer, that he is not allowing himself to get too heated, but he's managing to keep racing with as much as he can. Comes into Confetti Row, not giving half a damn, never going before 50. Here he goes, jetting out of there at 75. Now let's see how our man G.A.M.E is doing and see if he's managing the same tracks or if he's going even a bit faster. Let's see if Crocco has what it takes to go through the corners at the same speed. Oh, it doesn't look like it. That may hurt him in the end. G.A.M.E coming into turn 3, no less than 90. Same with turns 4. Let's see what does in 5. Nothing less than 100. Let's see if Crocco can beat him. Seems he's wanting in these corners. He's been down to 85. How about turn 5? Still only pulling 100 at most. He's going to need to keep those RPMs up, just like he's going to need to keep that speed up if he's ever going to hope to catch G.A.M.E in this race. We've got Cheddar in the back here. Let's see how he's doing on these turns. He's coming into Confetti Row. I want to see how he takes these turns. Seems he's playing a little bit conservative. He's almost down to about 50. Maybe it's the handling on those Audis. I just couldn't say. Back up to Addict, still just flawlessly cutting through the turns, but we will never know how this race should have finished with having Shinlone and Demanded Tripod, both of which were looking to overpower Addict for first place, being knocked out by Cheddar and Attic respectively. I have a feeling there are going to be a few foul words at the end of this race. Sad to say, ladies and gentlemen, this looks like this race is spoken for. Looks like Addict is going to take first, G.A.M.E second, Croco third, and Cheddar fourth. Something may happen, but up until it does, looks like we're just coasting. Now, granted, we do have 9 laps left, but I don't know if G.A.M.E's got what it takes to bring it back from Addict. He seems to be handling those curves more masterfully than the last few rounds, but we're just gonna have to see. All those corners shaved perfectly, like he was, well, you know, for lack of a better analogy, if I had a poodle, I know I'd be taking him to Attic, because there would be no corners, only floofs. Oh no, did it happen again? Cheddar got lapped once again, this time by Addict. Ugh. If that were me driving, my spirit would be shattered, but it seems this man has a heart of gold as he continues to try to make it back up to Addict, same as G.A.M.E, but this time, he's fighting for a lap. If only he could keep that MPH up around these corners. It's almost like he's got too much acceleration and not quite, well, maybe it's too much speed. Let's have a look at it. He's got plenty of acceleration, plenty of braking speed and handling. I don't know what it is. But there's obviously something going on with either the car taking too much damage. And see, he must have taken another pit stop really recently. It's not the damage on the car. I'm gonna have to say this might be driver error. Because here we have Addict coming in to Confetti Lane once again, dropping it down to 60. Oh, dropping it all the way down to 53. But here, he leaves it like he never entered. A bat out of hell, just regaining every little bit he may have lost, even remotely, cutting corners like they were electrical cords. He needed to strip, fray, rewire an electrical tape, and off he goes to the races. Yeah, we've got Cheddar here who's been lapped, just trying to get that one lap back, and it just seems like he can't get it. Still got no damage. Maybe he's got some heat problems. Oh, well, all of that looks pretty standard. How about his friction problems? Doesn't have either of those either. It's not looking good. And second place is even behind the lap one. We got G.A.M.E. He can't even fight for second place at this point. He's just holding it in, and oh no. Even our third place Croco is looking like he might be getting lapped by Addict. Ugh. After last week, he is coming back with a vengeance. Oh, we can see Addict peeking up behind him on these replay cams. Are we gonna see another person get lapped? Ooh, we might. Let's watch for ourselves. Is Addict going to take Karaku? It is not looking good for Karaku right now. He just entered his 15th lap, and oh, here comes Addict. Oh, and he passes him in turn one. Is he gonna keep him there? Oh, it looks like it, folks. fully lapped, and Attic continues to walk right the hell away from him. I can only imagine the hate seed growing in the belly of Karaku right now going, "You son of a bitch!" Oh, he's so mad he's coming into corners a little too hot. All he wants to do is keep that lap up, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He can hardly see Addict anymore. It is... Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, that is brutal. Out of sight, out of mind, it almost looks like, but it doesn't look like out of mind for Karaku. He really wants that lap back, but with these speeds on these turns, it doesn't look like he's going to get it. Now I only wonder, with the laps remaining, is it possible? Is it probable that Addict is going to come back up and lap Cheddar again? We've got almost half a track between first and second. We've got first driving like a madman, leaving third place behind, and fourth place only about a half a course ahead. But with the amount of laps remaining and the way that Addict's been driving today, I can't say no. It might happen. This may be the reality that every racer here has to face. Now, Addict continues to do what he did last week. He's got a lot of wear on his two front tires because he's obviously running a front-wheel drive, but he's running that front-wheel drive hard. He has managed to lap fourth and third, and given the way he's driving, there is a good chance that Cheddar is up for another lap. My heart goes out to him. Oh, and then Addict makes a mistake. He gets a little too careless, just loving to feel the hair in his breeze, and manages to clip both of the concrete barriers. We'll see if he can bring that back, because otherwise, Bring It On Whips is only going to have to stay one lap ahead. Oh, we've got Karaku bringing it up on DeBow. Let's see what he can do here. We can see he recently made a pit stop, but he's also getting better at fluttering his clutch this time around. Here we go in a confetti lane. Ooh, Karaku almost biffs it, but he keeps it tight. They've still got 3 laps to go, and Karaku looks like he's out for blood, hitting that handbrake like no tomorrow. Tokyo Drift is back in the house. 2002 called, and it wants their moves back, but Karaku is not giving up on him. He is just taking these turns like there is no tomorrow, trying to get back up to Gabo.
G.A.M.E's still holding a pretty steady line. It's going to be more difficult for Caraco to get back at him than he thinks, but all it takes is one little shit on those. Oh, and ooh, almost saw G.A.M.E do it there. As we saw last race, sometimes environmental hazards can be his downfall, but this race thus far, he has been showing us he knows exactly how to race his own line. I'm curious to see what Caraco can do given this. They've still got 2.5 laps to go. But G.A.M.E is keeping it high and steady. Only dropped down to 47 in Confetti Lane. Let's see Caraco. He kept it one higher and kept it more steady through Confetti Lane. Let's see if he can catch up. He's hitting those turns with some new shifting ideas that it doesn't seem he was using before. And they seem to be working out for him. He keeps to be bridging the gap a little bit at a time. But so does G.A.M.E. Back into Confetti Lane with him. Losing some, but speeding out like a giant. Oh, and Caraco hits the wall. Too angry, too needy, and a little too bleedy, just like his car. Oh, he gets hit again. Somehow he's not taking much damage from those hits, but Addict is still running away with it. Now we know that G.A.M.E has, well, unless Addict manages to put himself into a DNF, there's really no chance for anybody in this race. And sadly, from G.A.M.E to Caraco in one more lap, that's not going to happen. And sadly, Cheddar back in 4th place, been lapped once already. Let's see how he's doing through these corners. Oh, he's deciding to take a new line. If only he had done that 10 laps ago. May have had something going on. He's been doing really well recently. Oh, look at how he takes these final few turns. Up until this last one, he was on point. But, alas, a little too little, a little too late. Now, of course, you know, I think that each driver is learning every week, and I look forward to week 6, especially with Cheddar having the same issues 2 weeks in a row. I have a feeling his crew is going to tune that four-wheel monstrosity into a well-tuned beast next week, but that is yet to be seen. goes Gabo with the finish. Rocco still just driving his heart out, even though you know he's getting third. But hey, he's got to keep it going for more than a lap so that he can make sure he gets it in before Cheddar. We'll see how they do. Too zealous on that corner. I've got Cheddar coming in to finish that 19th lap so he can start his 20th. Oof. Crocco is more than halfway through that lap. There is... If a snowball had a chance in hell, I would say that Cheddar has an icicle's chance in a fire pit. Crocco's finish. We've got Cheddar bringing up the back. Oh, and into the wall just before the finish to add insult to injury. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen.